Welcome to Metals Investment Forum. It's my great pleasure to have Simon from Aztec Mineral here. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you for having me at the forum this year once again.
Good. You just have a fantastic presentation, and look like you have something in the system. So what do you see in general?
Yeah, like Tombstone is really growing for us here. We've already announced, this is in early 2025. We just announced the first 8 holes of a 17-hole drill program that we started in October of last year, of 2024. Those first 8 holes were all step outs of the main contention open pit target zone. So this is the shallow and quite broad open pit target that we have, which is really an extension of the past producing pit from the 1980s at Tombstone. So those are all out now, and we've added, we think, significant volume of mineralization, particularly pushing west and at depth. So that it's been so far excellent results, and now what results are pending are the results of the west side first pass drilling. So we haven't done any drilling on the west side target before. It's a full 500 meters to the west. So those are coming out over the coming weeks. And then we've also drilled some holes in what we call the southern extension zone. And we're excited to get the final results of those and to communicate those to the market as well.
Well, excellent. So shareholders should expect a lot of news in the next few weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've had a couple of news releases to start the year. We had an overview, and then we released the last 3 holes from the contention zone a couple of weeks back. But certainly through the end of January into February into March, we're going to have plenty of more updates and lots of opportunities to inform the market of what the Tombstone gold-silver project is. It's an exciting project. It's very well situated on private ground in southeastern Arizona. A lot of talk about improved politics in the U.S. right now for mining. For us, we would love to see that for everybody else, but we own the land that we're on, so it's not as relevant. But obviously, from an investor perspective, we'd love to see U.S. investors more optimistic about the mining industry, and we have one of the most highly recognizable mining assets in the United States. Tombstone, of course, is famous for the high-grade silver mines from 100+ years ago. Also, all of the associated activity that happened there. It's been well documented by Hollywood in the Tombstone movies with Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. So I think when the U.S. retail investor really comes to recognize the opportunity in the junior precious metal space, particularly the leverage that the juniors offer when the gold price is performing, perhaps one of the first names that they'll think of is Aztec and the Tombstone property, just because there's already a nice familiarity with it.
Wow, that's good. I mean, you make history, right? That's a historical.
Again.
In the movie, that's kind of very nice. And while you said it may not really helping you for the permit, but I think tariff probably will. Tariff will increase the metal price inside United States. So you have gold and silver, and maybe other metals.
Yeah, so right now we focused on the gold and silver, the shallow oxide target. That's obviously very compelling if it works as an open pit heap leach, which it has in the past. Very low capex and can be low opex. So it's attractive. You can get a lot of value out of those projects, especially when they're right at surface. And then we do have deeper targets for polymetallic silver-lead-zinc. Obviously strategic metals in the global marketplace right now, and we're now getting to the point where we better understand these targets, and there's a good chance that over future drilling this year in 2025 that we'll have the opportunity to drill a little bit deeper in some of our expansion drilling. And we've actually set casing, so we have 2 holes that we drilled in the last program where we left the casing in the hole, and we'll be able to complete them with core and go down another 500-600 meters and test these deep polymetallic targets. Yes.
So as you said, just very similar. You could have something similar to the Taylor deposit. They were the discovery, right?
Well, we already do have something similar. We have one drill hole that was not drilled by us, but in the late 1980s, a company called Santa Fe Mining came and drilled deep holes all around Tombstone, but they were only able to get 1 hole deep underneath the contention open pit. And that actually intersected at 650 meters deep, about 7.2 meters of 9.1% lead zinc, 0.6 copper, 32 grams of silver and a sniff of gold, which is, that is a Taylor Hermosa style grade, and it's never been followed up on with any drilling further to the south, which is where our primary target is. So it could be a very exciting target for us to drill, but we don't want to take away from the, very significant expansion of the gold silver zone that we've been making over the past few years and plan to continue to pursue through the course of 2025.
Well, excellent. So tell us, you basically you own 70-something%, right? So how does it work? Who's your minority, and then you seem to have diluting them all the progressively.
Yeah, great question. So last year at the Metals Forum, we owned 75%, and our partners owned 25%, and they unfortunately failed to make a cash call, so they were diluted to 22.3%, and now we own 77.7%. So there's a formula there of a straight line. So there potentially is a path forward to obtain more ownership simply through dilution, but at the as it stands right now, we have a dominant ownership in the project, and our partners do have to contribute their fair share of the costs
to keep up with, and or being diluted.
Exactly.
Excellent. So well, good. So we want to touch a little bit about your Mexico project, or
Absolutely, let's touch on it. So we did some drilling in late 23 there. Great results. We continued to expand. It's called the Cervantes project. It's a big gold copper porphyry style system. Where we have focused our drilling, however, is a gold oxide cap to the system, where we put down just under 70 holes in about 12,500 meters of drilling. Very, very successful campaigns that have grown this target to about 1 kilometer long now, grid drilled, and about 400 meters wide. And so we have identified areas where we believe we can expand the mineralization in that target alone. And our plans for this year are to go back with first a surface program, prove up these targets a little bit better, and then subject to sentiment and market conditions, we could see some further drilling at Cervantes this year. And it's located in a great area around a number of open pit heap leach gold mines, most notably the Mulatos mine owned by Alamos Gold, who happen to be our largest shareholder right now.
Oh, excellent. So you have two projects, both look like could be big. So do you have any plan to, maybe spin out one rather, or maybe, do some deal on the other, or what's your plan? You want to progress both in the same time?
Yeah, we can plan to continue progressing both within the company, and it makes sense for us because both of them have a gold oxide cap and then a sulfide target at depth. I mean, they're obviously in different countries, different states, different geologic models. But I think the way that we've been developing them makes sense. We've been able to get good support from our shareholders to finance this. And going forward, until one really breaks away clearly, I think they'll stay together.
Well, excellent. Finally, maybe you mention a little bit about your share structure and then what the capital you have.
Sure. Yeah, so we're 123 million outstanding, about 160 fully diluted. We're trading today at about a 25 million Canadian market cap, and our last financial showed 2.2 million in cash. So our current drilling program is fully funded. We are trading at about a 40% discount to our peak market cap, which we achieved in October of 2024 when the silver price really started to rally. And we do have very important re-rating catalysts ahead of us, including the most important, which are drill results, and hopefully the equities participate a little bit more with this stealthy move in the gold price over the last year that's seen it up obviously quite significantly.
Yeah, exactly. Gold is almost back to historical high, but mining companies are not. So I feel there's a huge disconnect here. So we could have a very good year for all the mining company, from producer down to the junior. So good luck with you. I'm looking forward to your drill results.
So are we, and thanks very much for the opportunity to come on to your panel today and to come to the forum.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Chen.
Thank you.